But the whole time that you were with the Anthony family, you never heard one of them mention the babysitter?
Yes, sir.
You never heard them mention Zenaida Gonzalez?
Yes, sir.
Did that seem... I'm probably asking a question I know the answer to because it's so obvious. Did that seem strange to you that the person who Casey said had taken the baby, that name never came up?
Did it seem strange to me? For the hours I was out there and the times I was out there, no. Like I said, the only mention of Zenaida was from Dominic. And the conversations I had with them was just general. Never brought up the case. I didn't do an investigation. I was just there to provide other services.
Did George ever tell you that he thought that he and Cindy were probably going to be divorced when this thing was over?
He didn't use the term divorce. I think the term he used was wouldn't be together.
Why?
The term he used was he thinks, again, going back, this was at the Ritz-Carlton, that I believe was that Friday, just stated I think they both felt had thrown each other, or I think had thrown Casey underneath the bus, and it's just kind of...
How did George think he had thrown Casey under the bus?
I think he didn't say it, but I'm assuming because of the safety.
I'm going to interrupt. But he did say to you, talking about him and Cindy, we have thrown Casey under the bus.
They thought they had thrown her under the bus, yes, sir.
Okay. What did you understand that to mean?
Well, having known about just different interviews that they had given, about the smells in the car, it's pretty strong
evidence.
Well, I don't know about evidence, but evidence so much as indications of a body being in the trunk. I mean, they even said that term.
And Cindy was upset that he had said that about the smell.
Well, I didn't hear her say it.
That's your understanding?
Yes, sir.
And that's what your understanding was, that by George throwing her under the bus?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What else? What other things, other than telling the police about the smell, do you think that he was referring to by throwing Casey under the bus?
I think that's I can't think of anything else at the time.
Did he say that to you?
That term about throwing under the bus?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
Did he mention that he was sorry that he had told the police about the smell in the trunk?
No, he never said that.
Did you ever talk about the smell in the trunk?
No.
When he said, we've thrown her under the bus, you just interpreted that to being the things that he had said to the police that pointed to Casey as the abductor and the... Now, did you ever, that first night at the Ritz, did you ever notice some kind of an interaction between Mr. Baez and the producer from the ABC News that bothered you?
That bothered me? Yeah, not really. Not that bothered me.
How did they interact?
When Mr. Baez came out, I think he spoke to a few people there, and then he leaned over and, like say, Caitlin was sitting across from me, and he just, I think, just like a little kiss on the cheek, or just a friendly hello. I mean, nothing inappropriate. I mean, if they've known each other for a time, and I think they have.
You could tell they knew each other.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Just the way they interacted.
Yes, sir.
I want to get to... The only time, it's my understanding, this whole time you were acting as a public citizen and guarding the house and guarding the Anthonys and protecting their privacy, the only time up until the time of the writs, the only time you were asked to do anything by anyone, whether it be George, Cindy, Lee, Baez, or Dominic, was when Dominic called you one day and asked you to come meet him somewhere?
Well, I mean, in conversations with primarily George, like when they would have the vigils outside, he would ask me to invite the people over and just, that sort of thing.
But is it
help
safe?
light the candles, just, general.
But is it safe to say that your involvement as a volunteer public or private citizen had been limited to coming to the house, using your physical presence, your demeanor, your good way with people to kind of keep peace, that you really have been asked to do nothing other than that?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Until Dominic Casey called you one day and said, "I need your help"?
Yes, sir.
All right, now, and we need to talk about that. When did he call you?
See, we went there on the 15th. That was 15th, I think, was a... Yeah, 15th, I think, was a Saturday. I'm talking about November the 15th.
Okay.
I think he'd called me that. Matter of fact, I know he called me that Friday. He actually had called me twice. Told me there was some kind of function going on for George and Cindy and the Kids Find Network in Orlando. Asked me to come down, to help. Just I guess, just basically just a meet and greet. I guess they expected a big crowd. And a few minutes later, he had called me back and someone to tell me that that some blogger had said they were going to come down with baseball bats and bust the place up. He thought I should know that. That's no problem. I'll still be there. Okay, and then he asked me to meet him at, I think, approximately 8 o'clock next morning. I got down there right at 8. First time I'd been to the office.
Did you go the night before to keep the baseball bats at bay?
No.
You didn't go?
No. That was supposed to happen at the meet and greet that Saturday. That was on Friday night he had called me.
So he asked you to come down?
Yes, sir.
So you went down.
Mm-hmm.
When you got down there, what happened?
He got there about 8:15. He asked me to go into the office. So we went into the office. He said, "Have a seat." I said, "What's up?" And when you go in the office, there's like 2 desks there, and next to each other. And I sat at the one chair, he sat the other, and he's real somber, which is really somber.
Tell me where you were again when you were having this conversation.
At his office.
Where's his office?
In Longwood, Florida.
Okay, what's the name of his company?
DNA Private Investigations, I think.
DNA.
Yes, sir.
What does that stand for?
Dominic and Associates.
Really? Okay. And so now you're at his office on that Saturday?
Yes, sir.
What time of day was this?
Like I say, he got there about 8:15. So by the time we got in there, probably about 8:20.
Okay. And he's real somber.
Mm-hmm.
What does he say?
He said, "I got something to tell you." I said, "What's up?" He said, "I know where Kaylee is." And then it was quiet for a few seconds. I'm thinking, knowing that he believed, I'm pretty sure that she was alive, and I'm thinking she's alive. This is great. I said, "Great, let's go get her." Or words to that effect. He said, "We can't." He didn't say we can't. He said, "She's dead." He said, "I know where she is first," and then after a few seconds, he said, "She's dead." And we both sat there for a few seconds, and he said, "We have to go find her."
How did he know she was dead?
That you'd have to ask him. Well, he said he had a tip.
What did he tell you about the tip?
No, nothing, other than he had a tip.
So he just brings you there. He tells you she's dead.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "I've received a tip."
Well, he had told me the tip later.
But I'm talking about now. He said, I've received a tip, and we need to go find her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you said, and maybe I'm wrong, what's the tip?
Well, not at that time, no.
You didn't ask what the tip was?
Not at that time.
Okay. You just followed him.
Well, he actually got in my car.
Okay. Did he ever tell you where the tip came from?
No, sir.
Never.
Never.
To this day, do you know where the tip came from?
No, sir.